Good morning, everyone. And good morning, Buck. Good morning, my big boy. You ready? He just got here. He was hanging out close by, usually early in the morning, because I came out here. It's like 8:30 right now. And usually around 8:30, he's always close by. I got his mixed peanuts and apple slices. Good morning, my big boy. Oh, your antlers are nice and clean. He's probably been rubbing his antlers a lot. It's not as cold as yesterday morning. I'm not gonna lie. Like, it's cold out, but it's not freezing cold like yesterday. Yesterday was freezing cold. It's a little warmer this morning. Or maybe because my body's still warm from inside the house. I don't know. But I don't feel cold right now. And I'm also bundled. I have my coat. I got my fleece velour robe. I got a hat on, plus the hat of the jacket, which thank God he's okay with it. Last year, I wasn't even allowed to put the hat of the jacket because this coat has like a hat that's attached to it. And last year, whenever I put it on, he would like back up. And I was like, oh God. But this year, thank God he got used to it. Buck is getting used to things like with me. Like, I'm able to now put on certain hats that doesn't bother him anymore. Right, big boy? Thank you for making mommy stay warm. You just dropped that. What'd you drop? I think a peanut or an apple? I don't even know. I think a peanut. It's all right. The squirrels will clean that up. So quiet this morning. Now in the winter, I noticed the winter mornings are a lot quieter than like spring and summer mornings, right? Tell me if I'm right or wrong. Right? It sounds so quiet, like in the mornings, in the winter mornings. Like, you don't really hear the birds too much, no animals. The squirrels, like, usually they'll make a sound too. I don't hear them. It sounds very quiet, where it's honestly, it's easier for me to hear him when he's coming because I'll hear his footsteps. Spring and summer mornings, literally the birds are all singing. Some birds are screaming. The blue jays are screaming. The red cardinals are singing every morning. Then you have the squirrels running around, the chipmunks. But in the winter mornings, very quiet. The chipmunks are definitely already hibernated. I'm sure the 2 chipmunks that were coming here every day during spring and summer of this year, they probably collected enough peanuts and corn to keep them good. And probably acorns too. I would love to look inside a chipmunk's home. You know, I gotta Google it to see what it looks like. Like, you know, what does like inside when the chipmunks go and hibernate? Like, I would love to know, like, what does inside their little holes, like inside their homes, like what it looks like. Like, do they have like a big stash of food? Like, I always wondered. And I haven't seen any bunnies, no rabbits. I haven't seen that either. Usually in the winter, I never see them. My father-in-law told me that they still do come out in the winter. My father-in-law told me that they really don't, bunnies, rabbits, they don't hibernate. Like, they'll come out. But I haven't seen any. Every time it gets cold, I never see them anymore like I did a lot in the spring and summer. And today's Sunday. Buck is having his Sunday breakfast and later his Sunday dinner. Oh, I forgot to tell you. Oh, look, the squirrel. He must have just climbed that tree down. And I didn't even notice it. Now he's excited. He's like, yay. Hey, baby. Is he going to climb that tree again? Right next to me? Let's see. Yeah, so Buck did come back yesterday after I finished that dinner video. You want in your bucket? Come on. Up in your bucket? Come on, big boy. He looks like he's going for his bucket, so here you go. Okay, eat everything in there. Bon appetit, Buck. Yeah, so yesterday, after I finished the dinner video, I stood here an extra like 4 minutes. Buck did come back and finish the food. The grapes that he left behind and the butternut squash pieces, he came back to finish it. So he did eat it all. He ate all his dinner yesterday before I left. I was about to make like a second video, but he ate everything so fast and then eventually, like, you know, walked away that I was like, all right, I'm not gonna bother. But he did come back to finish his grapes because I was thinking in my head, I was like, wait, he loves grapes. Why did he not eat those grapes? So he probably just took a walk on that trail just to get like a breather, probably to digest a little bit because he probably ate so fast and ate so much food that he's probably like, all right, I need to give myself a few more minutes before I eat the rest of my food. And that's what he did. My big boy. Mommy loves you so much. Right, Buck? Mommy loves you so much. Oh, my big boy. I'm like crouching over right now the fence. I love this big boy. Look at this hair. See how fluffy? And he's actually not stinky this morning, thank God. I mean, I don't mind it. I'm used to his smell already. But like I said, when I say he's stinky, that doesn't mean that his body is stinky. It's coming from the back legs. From the glands of his back legs when he does his pee-pees. His body actually does not smell. Like him himself does not smell. Wow, there's squirrels everywhere right now. There's a squirrel here. Oh wait, what am I doing? Oh, I climbed the tree. All right, there was a squirrel there. And I'm spotting squirrels there. There's one over there. They're all hanging out close by. They're probably gonna wait till I leave for them to try to go in Buck's bucket. But Buck actually might eat all his corn. Buck's been eating. Me and my husband always wondered, there has to be animals living in there. You see the way there's like a hole? There's a whole bunch of branches. There's definitely animals living there. Sometimes I wonder if raccoons live in there or groundhogs. I know in the summer I see the groundhogs going in there. So I'm sure there's animals hibernating in there. Because it's like hollow. There's like a hollow, see, it's like a hollow thing. So it's probably animals keeping warm in there. Well, that's smart if there is animals living in there. If I was a little animal, I would live in there. I would stay all huddled, especially when it rains. Maybe that's where the bunnies and rabbits, where they're living right now, like all in there. I remember last year when my husband went looking for his antlers, I told my husband to go over there and to go look inside that hole. I was like, go see if there's anything living in there. My husband's like, no, you want me to get attacked by something? I started laughing, and that time I just had the baby, so I couldn't go with my husband to go search for his antlers with him, because usually every year me and my husband would go in there together. I would make sure that Buck doesn't try to attack my husband. He won't, but my husband usually, I was making sure that Buck doesn't, because my husband gets freaked out, like if Buck follows him or something or tries to attack him. That's how my husband thinks when he has to go look for his antlers. He's like, babe, what if he chases me and he tries to kick me or something? I was like, he's not going to do that. I said, he's more afraid of you than you are of him. I said, Buck is a gentle giant. He's a sweet boy. I said, he knows you. But this year, Buck is going to drop these antlers probably around the beginning of March. The beginning of March. Usually the first week of March, he drops them. Sometimes the ending of February. So we will see this year when he drops them. I just pray to God he drops them close by where me and my husband could just spot them, And my husband doesn't have to go looking all the way into the forest. Because my husband, he won't search the whole entire forest, It's like, it's pretty big. It's not small. It's not small forest, where it's like easy to just be like, okay, one person to go look for it. It's hard. Especially you have so many branches, look, that are like the color of his antlers. So it's very hard to find them. That's why, believe it or not, I've never found any sets of his antlers. Never. I haven't found any of them. People always ask me, like, have you guys found his antlers? Nope. Never found none of them. Never had the luck. I never knew that looking for antlers is like finding a needle in a haystack, especially in there, in the forest, that you have like all the branches, like you have a lot of dead branches that look like his antlers. And then I heard the squirrels and the little ones, I heard that they'll take the antlers and like chew on them for vitamins and stuff. So that's probably why we don't find them, because I found the squirrels and all the other animals get to them first. But honestly, I'm like, whatever. If we find them, we find them. If we don't, we don't. It's not like a big deal, I wish I found Buck's antlers from last year, because last year he was an 8-pointer. I wish I found those antlers, but I didn't. He's smelling me. My big boy, I love you. His face is so nice and warm. His body's nice and warm. I have to say, deers, they don't get cold in the winter. We would think like, oh my God, these poor animals, they're going to get so cold. No, they stay nice and warm. Their bodies stay nice and warm, and their hair, he has his winter coat now. That'll keep him nice and warm. You're leaving me? All right, at least you hung out with me for 10 minutes. I'm happy. I love you, Buck. I'll see you later. Now Buck is off. to go find his mate. He's gonna go find the doe. I haven't seen any does yet. Usually I'll spot a doe in the forest around this time, but I haven't spotted any. But I feel like Buck is not putting a lot of work into it this year. Last year, Buck was marking everything, like scratching his antlers on all the trees on this whole trail. He was doing his peepees, like, you know, his business. He was doing it on every area in the forest. I haven't seen him really put in too much work this year. So I feel like he's not really putting his scent out there to attract the does, you know? Let me see, he ate all his food? Yeah, he just left a little bit. That's not bad. He ate most of it. He ate the peanuts at least. All right, everyone. I'm going to get going. I'm going to go inside. And that's it. Start my day. My son is hanging out with his grandmother, which is his nonna. He's in the house. He's actually sleeping. He fell asleep because he woke up at 6. This morning he woke up at 6 and I was like, all right, I guess my day starts at 6 today. My son went from literally waking up at 8 o'clock in the morning every day till now. Once the clock changed, boom. It's like his time changed. Like now my son wakes up at 6, 7, 6:30 in the morning, which is fine, you know. It is what it is. When you're a mother, it's like it starts when your baby wakes up, when your kids wake up. That's when your day starts. So my day started. But it's okay because we go to bed at a good time where we're getting a good amount of hours of sleep, so I can't complain. All right, everyone, I'm gonna get going. Like I said, I'll be back later with a dinner video, with Buck's Sunday dinner video. I hope everybody has a great day today, and me and Buck will be back later. Ciao for now.